You can support In the Past Lane by buying some of our merchandise, like t-shirts, hoodies, mugs, and stickers. Just go to inthepastlane.com and click on merchandise. Thanks.
Whoa, hit the brakes. You've arrived at the #1 drive-by for American history. Welcome to The Pit Stop. Brought to you by In the Past Lane, the podcast about history and why it matters. Here's Edward T. O'Donnell, your host and historian at large.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to The Pit Stop, your Monday morning source for history on the go in just about 5 minutes. If you're new to the podcast, we offer this mini feature every Monday, in addition to our regular full feature episodes. Here's what happened in American history the week of August 13th, 2018. Let's start with birthdays. August 13th, 1818, that's the birthday of the abolitionist and women's rights activist Lucy Stone, who was born in West Brookfield, Massachusetts. Stone was a major force in the women's rights movement in the 19th century, ranking right up there with Elizabeth Cady Stanton and Susan B. Anthony. When asked why she had refused to take her husband's name when they married, Lucy Stone said, "A wife should no more take her husband's name than he take hers. My name is my identity and must not be lost." August 16th, 1894, is the birthday of labor union leader George Meany, who was born in New York City in 1894. He was a plumber who went on to become the first president of the AFL-CIO in 1955, a job he held until 1979. George Meany once said of labor's influence, "Every piece of progressive social legislation passed in the 20th century bears a union label." August 17th is the birthday of frontiersman, soldier, and politician Davy Crockett, who was born in Limestone, North Carolina in 1786. August 17th is also the birthday of Marcus Garvey, who was born in 1887. Garvey emerged in the early 20th century as a popular leader of a black nationalist movement that called upon African Americans to return to Africa. Marcus Garvey once said, "A people without the knowledge of their past history, origin, and culture is like a tree without roots." Also born on August 17th was the actor, comedian, and playwright Mae West, who was born in 1893 in Brooklyn, New York. Mae West made a career out of shocking the public in the 1920s with her racy performances and glib comments about sex. Mae West once said, "Between two evils, I always pick the one I've never tried before." All right, how about events? On August 14th, 1888, the legendary baseball poem, Casey at the Bat, was recited aloud for the first time by vaudeville actor DeWolf Hopper. The performance was a hit, and Hopper went on to perform it some 10,000 more times over the next 40 years, helping make the poem an American classic. August 14th, 1935, President Franklin Delano Roosevelt signed into law one of the most important pieces of social legislation in American history, the Social Security Act. August 15th, 1969, one of the legendary events in rock and roll history opened, the music festival in upstate New York at a place called Woodstock. Some 400,000 people showed up to see 32 different bands and performers, including Janis Joplin, Jimi Hendrix, and the Grateful Dead. Logistically, the event was a disaster. Artistically, it was far out, man. August 18th, 1920, Tennessee became the 36th state to approve the 19th Amendment to the Constitution that granted women the right to vote. That meant the amendment was ratified. Less than 3 months later, millions of American women in every state cast their first ballots. Okay, time for the last word. Let's give it to Lucy Stone, who, in a letter to her daughter, wrote, "A woman's truest place is in a home with a husband and with children, and with large freedom, pecuniary freedom, personal freedom, and the right to vote." Okay, people, that's your history fix for the week. Time to put it in drive and go make your own history.